Hello friends and welcome to Bosons Botany. Today's topic is Warlock's effect. This is a very small topic and rarely found in very famous textbooks like NCRT. But here I will take up the topic, and this is very important for graduation examinations but for competitive examinations often asked. So you need to remember this particular topic. So let's get started. Here the first point is oxygen is the photosynthetic product. If you remember that during the process of photosynthesis, plants take up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and oxygen is released as the main byproduct or the product. Second point is oxygen concentration if increased, then the rate of photosynthesis will decrease. This second point is very important. Many a times students often say or ask this question that if we increase the concentration of oxygen, will the rate of photosynthesis will increase? I think from this video, this misconception will definitely go away because this is not at all true. That is, if we increase the concentration of oxygen, then the rate of photosynthesis will definitely decrease. And this was given by Warlock in his effect. The third point is inhibitory effect of oxygen on the rate of photosynthesis was first described by the scientist Warlock on the green algae chlorella. So Warlock was the first scientist to show that oxygen concentration, or rather increasing the concentration of oxygen, will decrease the rate of photosynthesis. And as a specimen, he took chlorella, which is a green algae. Third point, later on, McAllister and Myers confirmed this on wheat and other C3 plants like soybean, but this effect is not shown by C4 plants. If you remember the examples, if you have seen or watched my videos, then if you remember, you should remember the examples of all the C4 plants. I have written few examples here like maize, sugarcane, soybean. So later on, two main scientists, namely McAllister and Myers, confirmed this particular Warlock's effect on C3 plants. But this effect was not at all shown by the C4 plants. Now, when this oxygen inhibitory effect is shown, or when this Warlock's effect is shown, there are two main factors or conditions needed to show this effect. And these are, first, lower carbon dioxide concentration. That is, concentration of carbon dioxide has to be very low. Second, light levels are saturating. So these two main factors are very important to allow oxygen to show its inhibitory effect. The next point is plants showing this effect. Plants showing this effect will show photorespiration. What is photorespiration? It is just the reverse process of photosynthesis. If you break this particular word, first photo and then respiration. Photo means light or sunlight, and respiration is the inhale of oxygen or the uptake of oxygen and the exhale or the release of carbon dioxide. Respiration is shown by all the animals including human beings. But if this particular process, that is uptake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide, is shown under the presence of sunlight, then this particular process or reaction is known as photorespiration. And plants commonly or particularly C3 plants show this process of photorespiration. So you can correlate Warlock's effect and photorespiration That is, plants which are known to show Warburg's effect will definitely demonstrate the process of photorespiration. And these plants are all the C3 plants, excluding the C4 plants. Okay, so photorespiration is shown by all those plants which are known to show Warburg's effect. I will take up photorespiration in my next video, but for now, to give you an idea about this process, then I would like to share a very important point, which is in photorespiration, the yield in the process is very, very low. That is, the plants which are known to show photorespiration will show a very, very low yield in the process of photosynthesis. What is low yield or net yield of photosynthesis? If you remember, I have already told you that carbon dioxide is reduced into carbohydrate or glucose. So basically photosynthesis is known to produce carbohydrate or glucose. But if the plant is showing photorespiration, that is uptake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide, then this release of carbon dioxide will not allow the plant to fix the carbon dioxide into glucose or carbohydrate. Therefore, the net yield of photosynthesis will generally decrease or will decrease. So all the plants showing photorespiration will definitely show a very low yield during the process of photosynthesis. Now the next point is 21% is the normal atmospheric oxygen concentration, which is enough for the decrease in the rate of photosynthesis. So 21% of oxygen present in the atmosphere is just more than enough to decrease the rate of photosynthesis, or rather to show the Warburg's effect, or also to demonstrate the process of photorespiration. The last point is no effect on the formation of assimilatory powers when oxygen concentration is high or increased, and this particular explanation was practically shown by Gibbs and Elliards. So this is very important. That is, there is no effect on the formation of the two assimilatory powers, namely ATP and NADPH2+, when oxygen concentration is increased, and this was demonstrated by Gibbs and Elliard. So from this video, you will get an idea about photorespiration, about the rate of photosynthesis when oxygen concentration is increased, and you can easily understand the process of photorespiration. So friends, gradually I am moving towards the end of this chapter, that is photosynthesis. So in my next video I will describe photorespiration. Thank you.